guys, so before we get into today's video, which is a scary story thing, I'm gonna do it every Monday. So give you guys a little something, every Monday. So I know, so I won't be like, damn, what should I record? So like every Monday, I know for sure what I can upload on Monday, and it's gonna be the scary story thing. So it's gonna be 3 videos each. The first time I did it, I didn't do it the way I wanted to. My first video of it. But now it's gonna be the way I wanted to. But I don't know if it's gonna be good. So if y'all like it, let me know. Comment or text or like the video, whatever if you want. I know some of y'all come to me and text me like, yo, great video and this and this and this, which y'all know I respond to text faster than comments. But I appreciate it, guys. So yeah. Also I'm working on the merch still. I really haven't been working on it because I've been just relaxing. This heat's been killing me, but I will work on it more. Hopefully I can get some and like start selling some soon. And Zach, we need to work on our merch, bro, together. We need to work on it definitely for sure. But yeah, guys, this is what I want to talk about. I've been working really hard on this, so and hopefully it's good, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll talk to y'all later. So guys, the first animation is called The Horn-Headed Man. I've seen this one already. I don't remember too much about it, but I remember The Horn-Headed Man. Yeah, let's just get into it.
Moonlight peered through my window as I jolted awake. My clamorous breaths disturbed the silence of my dark room. I had just come out of a frightful dream that had me thinking it was all too real. With sweat on my brow, I sat up and grabbed my water from the nightstand and took a sip from the now warmed glass. My hands shook as I recounted my nightmare of the horn-headed man. In my dream, I was walking through my neighborhood, the street lights flickering as I made my way down the uninhabited sidewalk. Nothing threatening, just a walk through the midnight hours. A block down, I could see a figure in the distance, walking slowly towards me. His steps seemed mismatched and labored. He passed a few houses looking straight ahead, neither looking left nor right. His head was fixed on the sidewalk in front of him. As I was getting closer to my home, I could see him slowly starting to embark on my territory. I quickly rushed to my front door and hurried inside. Through my window, I could see him walk past my property. I was thinking to myself, oh God, please have him keep going.
Sit there and watch him. Close your curtains.
He was just about to walk all the way past my front yard when he stopped.
You an idiot, bro.
His body almost shifted abnormally as he turned to face my home. He just stood there, looking, not moving, just standing there.
That was a dream.
The man bore the horned head of a skeletal goat. His body was pale and looked fragile, and his fingers were thin and bony. I thought to myself, what does he want? Slowly, he started lifting a quivering arm and pointed right at me.
Bro, his finger is so
I started to backpedal into the darkness of my house, when all of a sudden he let out an inhuman screech. That's when I woke up. Too frightened to go back to bed, I turned on the television and saw that the local news for early risers was on.
You don't sit there and look out your window.
My stomach dropped, and my body suddenly turned cold as I listened to the current news report. The news anchor on the television said, "Breaking news, a woman who lived on Columbia Avenue has been murdered. Local officials say that they received an anonymous phone call from the victim's home. We arrived at the house at around 12:20. We saw the victim inside and a card which rested next to her. The sheriff held up the card. On the back of it, I could see the image of the horn-headed man. The officer started to read. One down. Slowly I go. He then lifted his head back up. His blood started trickling from his eyes and mouth. I sat there shaking. and I couldn't breathe. Columbia's just 3 blocks away from me.
He's shaking, he's scared.
I jumped out of my bed and ran to my window. Something within me made me want to look outside.
And there it is, boom.
That's when I saw him. He just stood there.
Right, that's when you get to call the cops, bro.
Not
you
moving,
call the cops and
just
you watch
looking.
him. Make sure he don't leave.
The horn-headed man.
Grab a weapon though, because if he
his
tries
body
to come
pale
in,
and
so you
fragile.
have a weapon. Lock all doors.
His fingers thin and bony.
Streaks. I stopped doing streaks on Snapchat. I'm just got done with streaks, but that's creepy. That's when you get a weapon. If you're going to sleep at night, even you always lock your doors. You do not leave your doors on me. We usually leave our door unlocked just in case, cause why not? If somebody's out, then we leave it on. Like other than that, doors are locked. Nah. Every night I'll make sure all my doors are locked. Triple checking, checking 4, 5, 6 times. Make sure my doors are locked. Ain't nobody trying to kill me. That's fucking creepy as hell. Luckily, nothing happened to that man. I mean, who knows? Some of these are true stories. Some of these aren't. If that's a true story, then, bro, if that horn-headed man's real, like, we doomed. But it's creepy as hell, guys. But that's ridiculous. Ain't no. If I ever seen that, bro, I'm ready. Got a weapon ready. I'm calling the cops, bro. Don't. Like, I'm not a cop car, but if I see that creepy fucker outside my house, bro, I'm not just gonna sit there and watch it. No, see that I'm going downstairs to do something about it, or like I'm calling the cops. If you got a gun, you better pull that gun out and start shooting, bro. It doesn't matter if it's someone playing a trick or not. You just start shooting, cause you see something on the news like that, nah. You see that man, you have a gun. You have every right to shoot that ass. Like you have every right. If you see something on the news like that, you hear about him like that, boom, and you see that killer or whatever, boom, you have every right to shoot him. And just destroy them, every right. If you don't, then you dead. And yep, that's about it. Alright, so this one's called School Lockdown Stories, which is like, obviously it's about school lockdown. It was like, freaking them lockdowns be crazy, but this is also by Llama Arts, so Llama Arts is said, like, it's probably gonna be all Llama Arts I watch. There's other people I want to watch the videos, but I'm probably gonna stick to Llama Arts first, then move to somebody else, because why not? Let's move to somebody else. There's scary videos that you guys want me to watch. Let me know. Send me the link, whatever, and I'll check them out and watch them. Let's get into it.
It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us, so everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers, so our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com. He was a very laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the exact moment it happened. Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown. I actually got the chills, and I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room. We all sat in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power. We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious. A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared. As the screaming got closer to the classroom, the lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you." It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life. My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door. And that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up." Two of the girls in the class were crying out loud now. It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door. But eventually, he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person until we could not hear him anymore. I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now, this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening. The staff had done a sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching but to keep all the doors locked and to not let any students leave for any reasons. The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school, and according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up, for example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone. My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
Search every room. Bro, that's crazy. You search every classroom and shit. That's when you search literally every room, every locker, every single floor. You search everywhere in that school, bro. Nowadays, school needs to have like at least like 4 like security guards or something in every school, completely armed, ready to go on every floor of the school. That's what you need. Pay them good money, paying the money teachers to make. You pay them like extra like good money because they're protecting the damn school. That's crazy, bro. And then they continue to teach. Yo, that's so dumb. You do not do that. Especially, like, they just assume he's not there. No, you don't just assume. That's like someone breaks into your house, and then you hear them, and then they leave, and then you supposedly think they get quieter, and then you think they leave. No, you don't. No, you better be like somebody like, like some shit like that, or like, no, or like somebody's chasing you and they're looking for you. Nah, and then like you hide somewhere, and you think they get quiet. You think they're gone. Trust me, they're not gone. They're still looking for you. You play too much. Hell no, I'm leaving. I'm going home. Fuck that. That's ridiculous, guys. Alright, guys, last one for today. This one's called Disturbing True Snapchat Stories. Man, I'm never on social media. Like last night, I really went and texted everyone on my Snapchat. That's over like 100-some people, I think, maybe. And I texted it was like 40 or something. I texted everybody. I was like, hey, what's up, yo? What y'all doing? And just about like literally everybody texted me. And so it was last night. It was like 11-something before I went to sleep. I was texting everybody, having conversations. And like some people were like, oh, I was like, yo, I apologize for not texting. Like, I've been taking time off social media and everything. Like, I'm just never on social media. The only time I'm on social media is when talking to my family or my girlfriend, or like my brother Zach, or my family Ernie. That's about it. The only time I talk to people. Yeah, let's just get into this, guys. It's also by Llama Arts, by the way. That last one was ridiculous, though.
This happened a week ago. Up until a few days ago, I went to a small, local gym in my now previous New Jersey town called Black Bear Fitness. One day, I had the misfortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet...
He's on the wall back there. Look at him. Look at that man's in the wall back there. Look at his eyes. He's creepy as hell. Look at
A
this guy.
creepy
Why does
looking
this guy
kid,
look so
probably
suspicious?
18 years old.
I don't
He
know
didn't
where I've
look
seen
like
this
he
one,
belonged in
but
a gym at all.
look how
I had
suspicious
headphones
he
in and
looks.
I was doing my set when I
Look
heard
at
him
that
saying
man's
something to
knees.
me, but it was
Jesus,
muffled
look
by
at
the
his
music.
freaking left knee. This shit's sticking out,
I was
bro.
already annoyed with this
He
kid
be
given
working
that
on
he
his
was
legs.
breaking
His
an
whole
unwritten
knee
rule of
sticking
the
out.
gym. Don't try to talk to somebody when they're doing their sets.
You don't have to be stuck with
I
what
took
you
my
like
time
that.
finishing my set and then took my headphones out to ask if he needed something. Then he started acting like I looked familiar, but right away I knew this kid was just trying some pathetic attempt at making friends. I assured him I didn't, but the kid wouldn't stop talking to me. I'll skip most of the conversation, but eventually he actually asked me for my Instagram and Snapchat, weirdly enough, and for whatever reason I gave them to him. Instead of just saying something like, "Buddy, I'm trying to work out," or "I don't have social media." After I gave him my Snapchat and Instagram, however, I did kind of urge him to let me resume my workout. He finally seemed to get the message and walked away. Not without saying
Bro, someone
bye
just
like
comes
3
randomly
times
up to you and
though.
asks you Instagram or Snapchat. Nah, back up. I don't know you.
That night I got a snap on my phone saying "from Sean." I immediately sighed and said, "Oh no." Just wondering why the hell the kid would snap me.
Nah, I'm not adding you.
I opened the
Oh,
snap, and the kid was in a creepy,
what the
weird
fuck?
pose.
That's
Face
so
way too close to the
creepy.
camera, with his head resting in his
Bruh, if someone ever snapped me that, bro, nah, hell no. I'm deleting Snapchat completely. If someone ever sent me a snap like that, fuck that. I don't care. Snap it is gone. Instagram is gone. Fuck that. I'm
hand
blocking
and
you.
a half
Completely.
smile on his face.
I'm making a
The text
whole
over the
new
picture was
Snapchat.
"Hey" with 2 Y's. I muttered the words, "What the fuck?"
That'll be my
For the record, I'm a guy, which made this even more weird.
your guy.
My thought process was, I've had enough of this loser already. I'm gonna remove him and make it clear I don't want to talk if I see him at the gym again. And so I did. I removed him minutes after he sent that snap.
Remove them, right?
I'm sure not even a minute later, again, a message popped up on my phone saying "Snapchat from Sean." I waited a few minutes before opening it.
You removed them though.
This
right?
one was even creepier. Now the kid was sitting up on his bed. No smile, more of a surprised, angry expression. The text over the image said, "Why did you remove me?"
Yo,
Now I went as
I'm
far as to
definitely
block
deleting
him,
the whole Snapchat.
meaning he
Don't
couldn't snap
everybody-
me anymore.
Texting all my friends, yo.
That was
add
that.
this
I
Snapchat
threw my
right
phone on the
now.
desk
Or
and
I'll just
sighed
go
out
add
of
everybody
relief.
myself. Fuck that.
Half an hour later, my phone goes off, saying "Sean added you as a friend," and then Snapchat from Sean.
Bro, that's
He actually
ridiculous.
made a
That's
new
fucking
account.
creepy. I remember this one. I seen this one.
I opened the snap and felt my heart drop. It was a picture of my front lawn. The text over it, "Answer me, bitch." The
Yo,
first
that's
thing I could
fucking
think of
creepy.
was, how did he find my address? Then I realized, Snapchat made that new map feature that lets you see where your friends are. Somehow
So you
I had
turn
the
off your
balls to open the
location.
window to see outside. It was clear out there.
My
I
location
shut the
is
window and the
off
blinds
that day.
and started
Hell no,
considering
nobody come to
calling
my house.
911. It was the sound of taps on the window.
I don't really remember.
I took a
this.
deep
I
breath,
remember
and
this
with
creepy
one swift
fucker.
motion, I pulled up the blind and the window at the same time and pulled the kid into my
Get
room
the
by his
fuck
neck.
away. Bonk. Bitch.
I punched him in the
Bitch, what you
face a
get?
few
What the fuck
times
do you
before he
want?
was out cold.
They
Now I
knocked
called
him out,
911.
bro.
By the time they arrived, he was awake, cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me. The cops heard it all. I didn't even have to make a case. The kid was an idiot. Luckily, the timing of this worked out well because I just moved a couple days ago out of state. Only thing that worries me, I don't want to have to make a new Snapchat account, but anytime somebody new adds me on the app, I'll never know if it's secretly that Sean kid again.
No, after that, anytime someone add me, bro, fuck that, bro. That's never happening again. Nah, screw that, bro. If someone ever something like that happens to you, bro, you better not add nobody else on Snapchat. You better delete that whole Snapchat, make a new one, add everybody you know on there, add everybody you've had on there. His Instagram too. You better give her your Instagram too. Delete that, make a whole new Instagram. Fuck that. block him as soon as you go on his page and if you block. That's what I do. Shit, like if there's somebody like I don't really like, I'll go on their page and like, since she was like Facebook or somebody I don't know, I'll block all their friends, like everybody on their page. If those people my friends, then yeah, I understand. But like if it's their friends, I'll block them completely, and then I'll go freaking block the main person. I'm like, screw that. You ain't even bother me. Like fuck that. That nah. Guys, that should never happen to you, bro. I swear. That's creepy. That first picture was the creepiest of them all. That first one, just hey, that's creepy as fuck, bro. Has anyone ever sent me a snap like that, bro? That's don't even. Especially if you a dude, that just makes it even weirder. Like, cause like I'm friends with guys and girls on my Snapchat, and my Instagram, and I'll chat with guys and girls. You know, what's up, yo? What y'all doing? Um, One thing I don't like is how people like assume. Like you would text them, it'd be like a guy sometimes or a girl. You would text them, and like, hey, what you doing? Or I'll ask people, hey, I ask them how they're doing, and then I'm like, oh, I have a boyfriend or I have a girlfriend. I don't think I asked. Like, that's what I don't like. That people assume like you're just trying to get with them. Like, bro, like I'm not trying to get with you. Like, don't sit there. Like, they like assume like, I have a boyfriend. Okay, like I never tried to get with you. Like, I have a girlfriend too. That literally happened to me yesterday. Had some girl like I have a boyfriend. I'm like, okay, like, and I have a girlfriend. Like, cause they just like assume. Like they're not like assuming. They're just letting you know ahead of time. Like, which I understand because I know like some people be thirsty, so that's a good way to let people know. But like, some people just assume that you're going for that, or like people like oh, how did you find me? And what do you mean how did I find you? Like, you know how I added you. Like, they're like, why did you add me? Why not? You know, trying to meet new people. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for the video. If you like this, of course, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends, of course, your family. Share the video if you want. Send me links to videos that you want me to, scary videos, of course, and I'll watch them. Yes, whatever, guys. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next video.